Today we are going to talk about Sudan unrest. Here are some causes of Sudan conflict. Welcome to Knowledge TV KTV. Number 1. The political unrest and wars in Sudan have been complex and multifaceted, with various causes and factors that have contributed to the ongoing conflict. Here are some of the main causes, listed in chronological order. Number 2. British colonization and colonial legacy. Sudan was colonized by the British from 1899 to 1956, and the colonial legacy created deep social, economic, and political inequalities that continue to affect Sudanese society. The British divided the country along ethnic and religious lines and favored some groups over others, leading to resentment and conflict between different communities. Number 3. Arabization policies. After independence, the Sudanese government adopted Arabization policies that aim to impose Arabic language and Islamic culture on non-Arab and non-Muslim populations in the south and west of the country. This led to a sense of marginalization and discrimination among these communities, and sparked rebellions and armed conflicts. Number 4. Civil War. The First Sudanese Civil War began in 1955, just before independence, and lasted until 1972. It was mainly fought between the Sudanese government and the Anyanya rebels, who represented southern Sudanese interests. The war caused hundreds of thousands of deaths and displacement, and deepened the divides between the north and the south. Number 5. Sharia law and religious extremism. In 1983, the Sudanese government declared Sharia law as the basis of the legal system, which led to further marginalization of non-Muslim communities and the rise of Islamist groups. The government's support for militant Islamist groups such as Al-Qaeda also led to international sanctions and isolation. Number 6. Oil resources. The discovery of oil in southern Sudan in the late 1990s and early 2000s intensified competition between different groups for control of these resources, leading to violence and displacement. Number 7. Darfur conflict. The Darfur conflict began in 2003, when rebel groups from the Darfur region took up arms against the Sudanese government, accusing it of neglect and discrimination. The government responded with a brutal campaign of ethnic cleansing, which led to the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people and the displacement of millions. Number 8. Secession of South Sudan. In 2011, South Sudan gained independence from Sudan after a referendum, following decades of conflict between the government and southern rebels. The secession led to a loss of oil revenues for Sudan and renewed tensions over the border region and the status of ethnic minorities. Number 9. Overall, the main causes of political unrest and war in Sudan have been a combination of historical legacies, ethnic and religious tensions, economic competition, and political power struggles. These factors have interacted and reinforced each other over time, creating a complex and entrenched conflict that continues to affect the lives of millions of Sudanese people.